my privileges have been removed to access a safe place to storage my trike. And I want to know if someone can come forward and tell us why. And that will end my deputation. And I make sure that I send my comments to the board so they are aware of what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Avila. Are there any questions or comments as it relates to item number 12?
I just wanted to clarify, you've lost access to your parking here at the police parking or in your building at TCHC?
My apologies for my mental health. Sometimes I get problems with memory issues, gaps. So what I'm trying to say is I live at 220 Oak. You know 220 Oak. So my bike was stored in the second level underground parking, where it's safe. And I don't want to lose my trike because it's my only mobility device that I use to get to City Hall to see Mayor Chow and to see you guys here at Police Headquarters. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I just wanted to support what Miguel is asking. Is there anyone who can? Is there someone here who is part of the CSU review? Or does Toronto Police Service play a role in that review?
Councillor Chang, and through you, Chair, as a matter of fact, we don't. Section 53 of the Police Services Act outlines the responsibilities of this board with respect to special constables, specifically TCHC and University of Toronto special constables. The CISU under the TCHC are undertaking review, which includes things like body-worn camera and a whole host of other things that they are still in the process of reviewing that actually does not facilitate input from the board here or the service.
So given that we are quite arm's length, what is our role in approving these appointments? Because we don't seem to be participating in any meaningful way in the programs that these special constables are engaged in.
Thank you, Councillor Chang. As a matter of fact, if you look at the board report, it spells out in the background portion the section of the Act that does regulate this, and it also refers to two previous board minutes, one in 1994 and one in 2002, that further clarifies the roles and responsibilities.
So our role is just to approve the...
Appoint and reappoint. We also have some input with respect to some levels of training that we also participate in partnership, and we support them in a number of other ways to our local divisions. One of the main things that we do, and this board report keeps coming up, is the reappointment or appointments. We conduct the background checks for the special constables.
Chief.
Yeah, I just think it's important to recognize that all of these special constable programs have their own management stream, their own employer, and their own accountability processes that, I urge the deputant for sure to access. There's an entire complaints process he can deal with, et cetera, through community housing and the employer of the special constables.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Yeah, I was just, thank you for clarifying, because we don't get involved in conduct or misconduct of the special constables. So I'm correct in that.
So, Chair, we have Deputy Mayor as well.
Just super quickly to piggyback, thank you through you, Chair, to piggyback on the recommendations from the Chief to you, Miguel, is to reach out to your local councillor. I think would potentially be supportive in connecting with the property management as well. As a resident there, you have your rights and you should be able to access the things that you need to be safe and well, including your property. So I'd encourage you, as well as putting in a complaint through the appropriate channels, to get the councillor and the local property management involved as well, so you can hopefully get some short-term resolution to this issue.
Just be kind with this 59-year-old man. He needs his transportation to get around.
And happy belated birthday, Miguel. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
I'm old now.
No, you're not.
I'm missing 2 teeth.
Yeah. Thank you, and thank you, Deputy Mayor, for that comment as well, to assist Mr. Avila. Were there any more comments or questions?
Not at this end.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve, please?
Deputy Mayor Morley, and seconded by, well, give that to John Burnside.
Thank you, Councillor Burnside as well. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Motion has been carried to approve item number 12. Item number 13 is a report by Dr. Ken Gisser. It's a City Council decision. It's the Infrastructure and Environmental Committee plan. It's the relief of the congestion. Understand that item number 13, Miguel, you also wish to depute on, and you're here to depute on that.
Yes, Chair, I'm here to speak on that item as well. I just want to say that the traffic wardens, they're doing a magnificent job to address the issue of congestion in the city of Toronto. I spoke to you with regards to this example of the city of Lima in Peru, where the congestion in the downtown is pretty crazy. So having the traffic wardens helps to alleviate the traffic congestion. Here in Toronto, we're doing the right thing to hire those traffic wardens. And for that, I thank you for giving us this opportunity for people to get a better job to have for people who have perhaps disabilities. The other thing I want to say is I want to thank the police officers from 51 Division. They provided to us with an interesting report on the quarterly update. And in the quarterly update, they give us a presentation to all the residents of Regent Park. And one of the topics they touched was safety in the community. The neighborhood community officers address an important matter that I brought to the attention of the City of Toronto, Toronto East Council in 2021, with regards a parking spot that was being blocking the view of residents who were crossing the street at Oak and River Street. Thankfully, my former partner, Barbara, was able to get up to 150 signatures. So she forwarded the petition to my former councilor, Christy Montang, who succeeded in get one spot removed. However, the city transportation forgot to cover that triangle with some kind of street barrier so that cars don't park in the same spot, which defeat the purpose of eliminating the parking spot. So thankfully, the neighborhood community officers provide me with a copy of the presentation, which I submitted to the board, Diana, so it can be shared with the rest of you guys. They pointed out, that this is a very dangerous crossing and therefore needs to be addressed. So they made some recommendations that include perhaps removing up to 3 more spots because it is quite dangerous for moms with strollers, older citizens like myself, maybe with scooters one day. So it's quite a challenge to cross the street. The northbound traffic is quite fast, and the southbound as well during rush hour. So it's risky to cross the street. So I want to thank those members of the police service for addressing to us this concern, and there seems to be on our side. The advocacy works when we work the residents with the neighborhood community officers and the community and the city councilor addressing this important need. But perhaps the city transportation of Toronto may need to hear more so that they can finally put an end and give us that peace of mind for the moms and the children and the seniors like myself and 6 years more. So I don't get hurt crossing the street. So thank you to the neighborhood officers from 51 Division, Sergeant Dick, and all the rest, Sergeant Special Constables, for addressing this concern in Regent Park.
Thank you, Mr. Avila.
Sorry, the goal is to alleviate traffic congestion. That's all. Thank you.
I appreciate all your comments, Mr. Avila, especially you giving a shout out to not only the traffic wardens, but also some of the specific officers that you mentioned. So thank you so much for your deputation. Are there any questions or comments as it relates to item number 13?
Yeah, Councillor Chang.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It sounds like the city is really struggling. We know it's struggling, actually, in terms of training and retaining, recruiting the appropriate complement. But the ask here is something that we know our capacity would be very expensive and difficult to meet the demand that what is being requested. So I'm just wondering what possibilities could the service play in strengthening the recruitment and retention, because police service has a lot of experience in terms of recruitment and training, and maybe there's some things that could help the city to bolster the traffic agent program.
Well, currently, we recognize the difficulty, and certainly as a policing sector as well, it's difficult trying to recruit everybody as well. We're all competing for a lot of the same resources, but we've just expanded or extended the work with the city until August to augment the gaps that are in the traffic warden program with the city, so that they can bolster the resources, and that is, I think we're filling about 70% of callbacks for that is being funded by the city right now. And I think that right now, from now until August, certainly we'll continue to support that program in trying to staff up as well. A lot of people move through, to special constables. They come to the policing services as well. So again, we're doing everything we can to support the program. And we recently received the data from the city as well, and the benefit that the warden program is showing with respect to traffic congestion and the flow of traffic as well. We're also looking at leveraging some, this is sort of a little bit of a side, but looking at leveraging some technology as well to help with that.
Great, thank you.
Deputy
Thank
Mayor
you.
Morley.
Thank you, through you. Just a quick comment of thanks from the city, of course. And as I said, on the Infrastructure and Environment Committee, we work closely with Transportation Services on congestion management. And there's been a lot of welcome commentary from the folks standing up that program about the invaluable support of the Toronto Police, the quality of the training for these new traffic wardens and traffic folks. So we're really grateful for the ongoing partnership. We understand the piece around sort of the sustainability and some of the needs around funding, and I understand that work and those conversations continue to be underway, as you mentioned, Deputy Chief. But again, I think, as Miguel mentioned as well, it really has been a wonderful thing for Torontonians to see us standing up together and also feeling some of that relief on the congestion that we're all navigating every day. So I just wanted to offer those comments of thanks and gratitude to the team for the work.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Morley. I echo your comments. I've actually heard from quite a number of people that will actually email me to say they're pleased with some of the major congested areas, especially downtown on King Street, which I think King East might be Mr. Avila's neighborhood as well. So we're pleased, and thank you for all the comments. Are there any other questions or comments?
No, Chair.
Oh, good. I see you.
Thank you, Mr. Avila. May I have a motion to approve item number 13, please?
Councillor Chang, and seconded by Deputy Mayor Morley.
Thank you. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Thank you. Item number 13 has been approved. Move on to the next item on our agenda, which is the Ontario Human Rights Commission reports. We have a number of